How do you answer the question, are you a sales rep? So I'm in quite a few groups. I read a lot of books, follow a lot of speakers, authors, trainers, coaches, mentors, whatever you want to call them. And a lot of them I need to unsubscribe, stop following, but I'd like to keep my finger on the pulse. So, I'll join a group and maybe turn off notifications. And when I have a moment, I'll go skim some things. But I'm in a group. It's a big group. But it's mostly geared towards more like B2C kind of salespeople, maybe lower end business sales, like these one call close kind of things. But, this guy asked in a question, how do you reply to, are you a sales rep? Now, to this group's credit, at least on this question, a lot of guys stood up and said, answer the question, are you a sales rep? But the fact that the guy asked the question and the fact that so many people sincerely answered with some sneaky BS, I don't know, man, like it worries me, but it also makes me happy because it means there's plenty of room for professionals to make a lot of money. But it saddens me because these people are out there giving the profession of sales a bad name. Are you a sales rep? Here's the deal. If you are honest, you don't need a good memory, right? And then people, well, I'm not in sales. I'm an advisor. I'm an account executive. I'm here to help. I'm not selling anything. Bullshit. Just answer the question. And so, of course, it's nice if you can elicit a chuckle, get a little bit of laugh out of someone. I remember years ago, I sold different types of technology for years. And so one of them was this like fiber optic test equipment. And so we called on, the typical cell phone companies, telecommunication companies, but there were also a lot of utilities were in this business because they already have the right of ways, right? So you got the power lines and stuff running. And so the hardest thing, really the most expensive thing is getting the right of way. So, railroad companies, right? Running along the interstate, they already have the right of way. So you just got to get permission to dig a trench, lay the conduit and shoot the fiber through. My boss and my boss's boss came down and we were seeing this guy. He was up, it's here in Southern California, near LA. I forget exactly, but it was a while. It was over a decade ago, well over a decade ago. And so my boss's boss made me a bet. If I could get this dude we were calling on to laugh. And and I remember we're all in the lobby and this dude came to get us. And I mean, he's your typical bean counter, right? To the T. Older gentleman, very just deliberate, unemotional. But he came to greet us and walk us back to his office. And I literally got him to chuckle on the walk. And we're all walking behind him. And I look at my boss. He's looking at his boss. I go, yes, like I win. And my boss is going, yeah, I think he wins. And the boss's boss, he's kind of shaking his head like, I can't believe this fool Wes made this guy laugh. But anyway, I tell you that story. I mean, you got to be careful. Humor is always great when done in moderation, and it's the proper type of humor. But, somebody says, are you a sales rep? Try this answer, right? Yes. And then be quiet. Okay. Now, old school sales trainers will say, you answer a question with a question, and never ask a close-ended question. Never ask a question they can say no to. Oh, no. Okay, fine. But try that, right? Yes. And you can tell by the demeanor, the tone, are you a sales rep? So the person may not be in the mood, may not be the right time. You're catching them short. Yes. Yes, matter of fact, I am. And leave it at that. And you know what? Let's say they hang up on you. Say they cuss you out. Okay. End the call. Put them back in the queue. Call them 30 or 60 days later. If they're a good enough prospect to reach out to once, call them again later. Let them calm down. If they're a really good prospect, right, they're on like your Dream 100, try to connect with them on social media. Mail them a card. Mail them, I don't know, Starbucks. Mail them a box of chocolate, a cheese basket, fruit basket. I don't know. Right? But say, hey, I called the other day. My apologies if I, interrupted your day or whatever. But, would like to speak with you about your car's extended warranty. I am trying to reach you. I think we can help. Here's a case study of, others in your industry, blah, 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 blah. Let me know if I could reach out or when would be a good time, right? try something else. Because look, sometimes you just catch people short. They're having a bad day. Fine. It's not personal. They don't know you. So try that, right? Now, okay, what else could you do? Yes, and I bet you're so excited. A friend of mine is in commercial insurance, and I helped her with her LinkedIn description. She got compliments on it, and this was a couple of years ago, and it's still up. But something to the effect of, insurance. I'm sure you're thrilled to hear from your insurance agent, right? Like, oh, great, another call from an insurance agent. I'd rather hear from my dentist, right? I mean, make light of it. I've always said, if the prospect is not calling you, then they don't think they have a problem. Or they think they have the problem under control, or they don't think the problem is big enough, or they don't think the problem is going to cause any issues. I just watched a movie, Deepwater Horizon, whatever, out in the Gulf of Mexico, that humongous oil well disaster. Was shooting oil for like 87 straight days. And it's just a series of unfortunate events, right? But once it starts happening, no one could envision the entire thing being destroyed. But it does, right? So it's our job in sales to make our prospects aware, either aware of an issue they have or aware of a potential issue. Is the problem that we help them address, the problem that we help them solve, can it save them or add to them, 2x, 5x, 10x, 100x? If so, it's our duty, our obligation to make them aware of it, to bubble it up. Okay, so are you a sales rep? Yes, I am. Now, where do you take things? Okay, now for many, many years, I did the old, permission-based opener. May I have 27 seconds of your time? Tell you what I'm calling, and you decide if we talk anymore. That worked for decades. It worked for generations. It's becoming a bit too ubiquitous. So you've got to pivot, right? So hit them with just a direct question. Yes, I am. Are you in charge of ABC? The sales training. Are you in charge of CRM implementation, CRM evaluations, sales technology evaluations for your team? Or does someone else on your team responsible for that? So, are you a sales rep? Yes, I am. So again, try both things. Yes, I am. Yes, I bet you're just thrilled to hear from a sales rep, aren't you? Have some fun with it. Or boom, yes, I am. And then roll right into it. Is, new technology, IT infrastructure, security, blah, 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 antivirus, AI, fall under your purview directly, or does someone on your team handle that? See how it goes. Don't play these games. Don't play these, NLP, hypnosis, alternative choice, tie downs, blah, blah, blah. There's too much gamesmanship out there, and that's why we don't like salespeople. So when you play these games, you make it hard not only for yourself, but for everyone else in the profession. Stop doing that. Have the courage, the intestinal fortitude, the honor, the integrity to do things correctly, honorably. Answer the damn question without playing games. There's an old story. I think it was David Ogilvy who said that the prospect or, the customer is not a moron. She is your wife. Hey, he's one of the old ad guys that like the Mad Men show was kind of based off of. Some 50s and 60s, 3 martini lunches, patting their secretaries on the butts. But he was right. It's like, don't talk to these people like morons. Talk to them like your wife, your mother, your sister, your favorite aunt, your grandmother. They're human beings. They may not be knowledgeable an experience on the stuff that you do. It does not make them an idiot, does not make them a moron. It just makes them human. How do you connect with another human? And I've been harping on that for years. In this age of AI, whoever can be more human is going to win. So be honest, cut to the chase, stop playing games. Okay, ask a question that they can't answer. Ask a question that makes them stop, sit up, take notice, listen, pay attention for a second, look away from their screens, from their phone, from their iPad, blah, blah, blah. Go, it's a good question. Okay, so try that out. Stop playing games. Let me know how that works. I'll go sell something.